Welcome to 4C Visions. I'm your host, R.V. Hight, Director of Communications at Central Carolina Community College. In this edition of 4C Visions, it's my pleasure to welcome Lisa Baker, CCCC's Dean of Health Sciences. Lisa Baker came to Central Carolina Community College in August 2008. She was active duty in the Air Force for 13 years. She then went on to the Air Force Reserves for 7 years. While in the Air Force, she had the opportunity to attend dental hygiene school. Lisa holds a Master of Science in Dental Hygiene Education from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Lisa, welcome to 4C Visions.
Thank you, RV. Thanks for having me on your show.
Absolutely. Well, your role as CCCC's Dean entails many parts. Tell us a little bit about your job and what you do.
Okay, currently as the Dean of Health Sciences, I think that my job primarily is to take care of our faculty, staff, and students. And I always like to say, and obviously a few animals since Vet Med Tech program falls in there. I really try to make sure that they have everything they need in order to be successful here at Central Carolina Community College. And a few of the programs kind of under my purview are medical assisting, dental hygiene, dental assisting, associate degree nursing program, our practical nursing, Vet Med Tech, as well as a few new programs that we're starting in the fall, such as health information technology, health and fitness science, and then therapeutic massage. So we're growing just a little bit.
That's exciting. Now, obviously, with your background in the dental hygiene has to be really near to your heart. Tell us about that program and just how popular are those courses?
The dental hygiene and dental assisting programs are definitely near and dear to my heart due to the background, but the programs are incredibly popular and exciting. Dental hygiene and dental assisting both are really amazing professions because they allow you to pretty much to work, to have a family, to work an 8 to 5 job, Monday through Thursday, or sometimes just Tuesday through Friday. So very flexible professions, and the program itself is really popular with students and patients alike. So because we're providing a free service for the community in order for our students to learn, then we need patients. And our patients receive free dental cleanings, x-rays, exams, night guards, bleaching trays, a few different services that we offer for the community. And I would say the student interest, typically we have around 50 applicants for 18 spots. We just increase our size from 12 to 18 to kind of accommodate the interest in the programs.
And if someone wanted to participate in terms of taking advantage of that program, what would they need to do?
They can actually participate in a couple of different ways as far as the patients. We'll start with the patients. The patients can either call us at 919-777-7780, and they can actually also go to our website because we have patient materials there as well, and they can do that at www.cccc.edu and just click on our dental hygiene program.
Great, great. Now, we also have a very successful medical program, nursing program. Tell us a little bit about the nursing program and what we offer here at the college.
We actually have two options for students in nursing as well. They can start out in our practical nursing program, or they can start in associate degree nursing, and it's really just a different scope of practice, and it depends on how long the student is interested in being in school as well. Our practical nursing is 1 year, so it's 3 semesters. I call it a quick in and a quick out in order to get into the nursing profession. And they tend to provide care in long-term care facilities. So they're really providing care for our aging population, as well as anyone who has to be in a rehabilitation type center. They also have the option at the end of the practical nursing program to transfer into our associate degree nursing program. They have to go through the application process, but they tend to be able to come in at a different level than if they started just in our associate degree nursing program. So they can work a little while they're coming back to school. And then our associate degree nursing is 5 semesters, so a 2-year program. And our associate degree nursing, at the end of that, they take the NCLEX to obtain their registered nurse, their RN credential. And some really exciting developments in that area right now are we recently completed an articulation agreement with 11 of the UNC system universities for our RNs to complete their RN to BSN. So they have the opportunity to start with us and go through at least the first 3 years of a BSN with us, and they'll complete their last year at one of those universities, which will accept all of our credits from Central Carolina Community College. So it's incredibly exciting for nursing.
That is exciting.
Absolutely. And we tend to accept around 40 students in our associate degree nursing program per year, and for our PN program, that's 30 students per year that we accept in.
Wow. And I know that one of the great things about the program is that we're able to place a lot of our students, graduates, into local facilities to work. I'm sure the job opportunities are really good at this time for that.
Oh, absolutely. Nursing is on the governor's top or hot jobs through 2020. It's one of the star jobs in North Carolina. It's definitely in high demand, and our graduates are typically hired, I mean, even before they've graduated, they have job offers in the local area and also all the way through Cape Fear Valley, First Health. Most of our graduates end up at Central Carolina Hospital because they're local and that's where they want to be. And surprisingly enough, or I should say excitingly enough, they end up being exactly where they wanted to be, because a lot of them will say that they come into the program and they want to be a NICU nurse, and you're thinking, you know, that's going to be a while. Like this, you're coming into the program, you're going to become a nurse, and you're going to work your way into that. And out of our last class, we had a few of our graduates end up exactly where they wanted to be when they started the program. So one of them actually is in the NICU at Cape Fear Valley right now, and that's exactly where she wanted to be, and she did that based off of her preceptorship experience in the program. That's where she was preceptored by a nurse, and then that's where she was hired. So it definitely is a wonderful profession and opportunity for our students.
That's great. Now, of course, as you mentioned before, one of our popular programs is the veterinary medical technology program, which is really popular and is well known throughout the country. Tell us a little bit about that program.
Definitely, and I always love the vet med program because I end up over there and I want to adopt every animal that they have. I think, you know, we're top 5 in the nation as far as the program. We're one of very few programs in the state of North Carolina. There are 3 currently in the state of North Carolina. We are the only program that actually has on-site animals. We're FDA regulated as a research facility, so we actually house our dogs, cats, and other small animals here on site. And then we have a large animal farm that's about 3 miles from where we are here on the main campus, where they go and take care of horses and cows and other large animals. So we definitely, that I think sets us apart across the state. And who doesn't love to come take care of puppies and see the puppies when the students do the puppy walk? So it's definitely a phenomenal program. We accept 64 students per year, so there's also a lot of opportunity for students to come and participate in that program. The 64 students per year, I would say we're looking to increase that with the new building project that we have. We're hoping to be able to accept anywhere from 75 to 100 and increase our program offerings to focus a little more on the large animal side as well.
And I know that's exciting for you to think about the building projects that we have here on the main campus, both for veterinary medicine, but also for the medical programs.
Absolutely. The building projects are going to definitely open up our opportunities here, like I said, for growth for our students, for programmatic growth as well. We're looking to add some additional programs in the new health sciences buildings, so it's definitely going to be a huge opportunity for our health sciences students in college.
Good. And let's talk about some of the other programs that are under your leadership.
Absolutely. Like I just mentioned, we have medical assisting as well, and medical assisting is actually across Harnett, Lee, and Chatham counties. We have an associate degree level program as well as a diploma level program. And your medical assistants, I always say it's another one of those, it's almost like dental assisting and dental hygiene. It's a great profession for anyone, especially if they're looking towards being a little more flexible with work hours, really working that 8 to 5, no holidays, no weekends, that sort of work environment. It's very rewarding. I also say medical assistants, they're really taking care of people across their entire lifespan because they're going to be the person you're interacting with in your doctor's office. So they're going to really take care of people from birth all the way through the stages of life. And so you're really going to get to know them very, I would say, closely, more like a family friend, if you will. Right. And our medical assisting programs, on top of that, we are introducing health information technology this fall. And I always like to say it's a great alternative for individuals if you don't really like body fluids. You want to be in health sciences, you want to help people, but you're not really interested in the body fluid side of things, then health information technology is going to be a great option for those individuals because they're really taking care of everything that happens behind the scenes in healthcare. So you're coding so that hospitals and doctors' offices can be reimbursed. They also actually make sure that the documentation is appropriate. So whatever the doctors and nurses submit for documentation, they review and then apply that to coding, and really in some cases can make sure that the right procedure happens at the right time. So they're really a critical part of the healthcare team, but they really can stay away from the messes that can sometimes be in the other part of health sciences.
Well, I know that this must be, you must see a lot of success stories of young people coming through the programs that just are very inspirational, knowing that they're helping others throughout the community.
Oh, absolutely. And I always say too, like right after they graduate, a lot of Facebook and social media, and I see all of the jobs that they're gaining and really the way they're giving back to our community and the way they give back here even at Central Carolina Community College. A lot of times after they've been working in the field, they come back and they work with us as adjunct faculty to help us in the hospital setting with our students and or our dental clinics, and giving back to our community in health fairs and things of that nature. So it's always neat to see, I would say, the transition of the students that we serve here at Central Carolina Community College. They come in with a real need to better themselves, their life, the life for their family, and then afterwards it's so neat to see the transition and how they've done that, and they've been able to be incredibly successful and then continue to give back.
Lisa, tell us, if someone was interested in any of the health sciences program, what do they need to do?
I'd say the first key steps are to start looking on our website to kind of determine what your interest is. So they can do that again at www.cccc.edu, and they can go in by category, and they can look at our allied health offerings, and then they can, based on that, decide what they're interested in. And we have contact information on those websites for our admissions counselors, because that's a very critical next step, is coming in and talking to an admissions counselor who can advise the student appropriately about the courses they'll need to take in order to apply for admissions to the programs. And we currently have standardized admissions, so that gives students a little bit of flexibility as well as they're planning on what they want to do next, because we all change our mind from time to time. But that admissions counselor is going to be key to them being successful in applying for our programs.
Well, thank you, Lisa, for being with us today, and we look forward to following all of the health sciences programs.
Absolutely. Thank you, RV.
We'll be back in just a moment.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you?
You know you do. Yeah, but I don't know where to start.
That's why we're here. We're free, handsome,
I think we're breathtaking.
and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. I got this. Is that Bran? Colleges love extracurricular activities.
Chess really isn't my thing.
I got this. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Picking a college, man. You and us. We go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Fire and ice.
Those don't really go together.
Go to GetSchooled.com for more info.
And then from this angle, it all makes a star.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore.
Show up
And frustration, a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy, and giving up impossible.
And then we're going to turn the lights and everybody look up.
I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought.
Finally won. What's your reaction? Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And unconventional methods
Okay, what else?
common.
This is their world.
There's nothing.
And then they die. Go ahead, go, go, go.
I'm a teacher. I make more.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
she doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
Welcome back to 4C Visions. Today we welcome Mike Neal, who has been with the college for 24 years. He won the 2012 Staff Person of the Year and has served as Director of Student Activities, including the Athletic Program, Student Government, Activity Day, Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, and the Ambassadors Program. Mike, thanks for being with us today.
Oh, thank you so much for asking me to be part of this.
Well, Mike, you've been such an integral part of the college for such a long time. I want to talk to you specifically about athletics because I know that's near and dear to your heart.
Oh, great.
Let's talk a little bit about the college athletic program and about the conference that we're in.
Sure. We are part of the National Junior College Athletic Association, which would be the two-year version of the NCAA. We compete at Division III, which means we don't give any athletic aid whatsoever. So our students qualify for scholarships and financial aid just like any other student at Central Carolina would. So they don't get anything in particular other than some t-shirts and a warm-up suit, basically for participating in our athletic program. We compete in a conference that involves, depending on sport, 4 teams up to 10 teams. Women's basketball right now is kind of growing in our region. So this year we're the only team, but it's coming. We just have had a recommitment of division levels, so hopefully that'll be changing. But we've got men's, women's basketball, and we've had men's basketball consistently since we joined the NJCAA in 2000. We've had volleyball almost every year since then, and golf has again been probably about 8 of those 15 years, and women's basketball is finally coming back after an 8-year hiatus.
And I know that's exciting. And it's also exciting to think about the schedules for both the men's and women's team. Of course, the women this year are going to be playing a team from Australia here in Central Carolina, and also our men's team is going to play their annual game with the UNC JV team in the Dean Smith Center.
Yeah, it's a great year. We have both teams, and we actually started off just last Sunday with a doubleheader. The men played New River Community College out of Virginia, and the women played Fort Bragg Dragons Army women's team. It was a great afternoon of college basketball. We have 5 doubleheaders scheduled through the course of this year, and that'll be exciting. And with scheduling, we've got 3 men's games this week, and next weekend we'll have 3 women's games. So we're trying to rotate as much as we possibly can. But yeah, it is somewhat difficult to get all the teams through the gym that we need to.
Wow. Well, another one of your duties is to kind of be the leader of our college's Student Ambassadors program. Tell us a little bit about what is a college ambassador and what do they do and how are they chosen?
The student ambassadors, there's 10 of them, and they are chosen from across the college. So we don't try to pull from any particular program, but they're selected based on their academics, their leadership potential, and basically their ability to vocalize what their beliefs are and such. So we select students through a nomination process. Faculty are encouraged to nominate every year. We get about 50 nominations, and then information sessions, and we interview 20 that would apply, and then we pick 10. And basically, like I said, what we're looking for is we ask them questions during an interview about themselves. Can they talk about themselves, a subject that they know very well? If they can do that, then we'll consider them for ambassador. And then through the course of the next 3 or 4 months, we teach them everything that they need to know about the college to then go to the county fair or to lead a tour of the campus and tell students, prospective students, and other community members about the college. They represent the students at graduation as marshals. They also represent the college at various functions. Yesterday at our Siler City campus, there was a veterans celebration, and 2 of our student ambassadors assisted there. So it's not unusual to have an event for the college, and then 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 ambassadors will be there. So they're an integral part of what we do. They're kind of the student face to the community.
And I know you've had some really great student ambassadors over the years who have really represented the colleges so well, even post-graduation.
Well, it's not unusual for us to hire one of our student ambassadors after they graduate. We have several that have come back over the course of several years. We had a student 2 years ago left the vet med department, and we just rehired 3 more in adjunct and permanent positions. So it's not unusual, like I say, to have them come back. Financial aid's got a couple people as well that have been student ambassadors.
That's super. Now, one of your other duties is to work with the Student Government Association. Tell us about that organization.
Well, the Student Government Association, it depends on how you interact with them to what they are. For most students, they kind of look at it as being the activity board. You know, what are we doing? We just had activity day a few weeks ago, where we fed everyone. We had games and such in the afternoon, and then when we have the Angel Tree, that'll start this month. We'll take people applying for our annual Angel Tree and such. So, again, those students think of it as a benevolent organization. And then there's those that really want to get their hands into the development of campus policy. So our SGA president sits on the board of trustees, so they're very much a part of what goes on here at the college from the administrative level. And so one thing we're very excited about is that the administration asked the SGA and all the clubs what they wanted to see in renovations in our student center. And hopefully we're going to be seeing those. The student center is undersized for what we need. We're hoping that it can be reorganized and potentially expanded to meet the increased enrollment from when the building was built 25 years ago.
Wow. And I know your current student government president is also active on the state level.
Yes, he is. Carlos Sanchez is part of the state board, the executive board of the statewide Student Government Association. He's the local interactions chairperson, which means he then represents that board with the state legislature and our representatives there through the system office. So he is constantly talking to the people who are working on our behalf within the legislature, trying to get what we need at the student level in our system, not just at the community college, the administrative level, but they're interested in the student level. So.
And I know we've also talked about, I think there's plans for a student trail here on campus that they've worked on.
Our student ambassadors, every year we're asking them to do a project. And this year they came up with an idea to create a walking trail on our campus. They've seen the dogs being walked around, the vet tech dogs being walked around, students and staff walking around, but they felt like we needed to create a recognized trail, make it safe if we can. And with the sidewalk project that the city has done out front along Kelly Drive, it really has made that possible. So hopefully this spring you'll start seeing the blue paw prints on the pavement, and there will be a trail all the way around the campus. And we want to enhance it with information about the college, so that if there's someone who's not familiar with the college and they're walking around, they can see what this particular building houses, the programs there, and encouragement also. And there will be incentives for the students. So if students walk so many times around the trail, they can get fruit on Fridays at my office, or they meet so many miles on the trail, they can get t-shirts and such. So the whole program is to incentivize our students, and hopefully the staff side of that will have some incentives also. But right now the student government and the student ambassadors are focusing on getting the students involved. But as anything else we do at the community college is very much about community, and it's hard to differentiate between students, staff, and faculty because they're all part of the community. So anything that we do for one is going to be part of what we do for another.
That's right. Now, Phi Theta Kappa is another of your activities that I know you're involved in as one of the advisors. Tell us about Phi Theta Kappa.
Mark Hall and I were able to charter our chapter in 2010. And as he said, we've been awesome since 2010. He took a position at Chatham County campus, and so he has stepped down from that particular role. And Dr. Rodney Powell has taken that over. So he and I share advisor duties. Any student that has a 3.7 GPA after they've completed 12 semester hours is asked to join. And once they join, their GPA can fall to a 3.5, which again is still an A- average. Right. So we're looking for good quality students. And we, as part of that organization, have leadership conferences that they can go to. There's projects that they're asked to participate in so that our chapter can be recognized at the regional level and potentially also at the national level. So it really is a great opportunity for students. Very few of the students that join actually do anything, but those that do get involved get very good background and very good training. And one of our students this year is going to be going to a Harvard program next fall. Oh, wow. Because of her involvement with us.
That's marvelous. And how many members do you have in that organization?
Annually, we have between 80 and 110 that will accept membership. There are some dues that are involved, and it's $85. However, we have plenty of people who are willing to subsidize dues for students. So if a student wants to join, we try not to let any financial issues be a part of why they can't join. We really want it to be open as much as they can, but I don't know why more don't, because we send out between 300 and 400 invitations each semester.
Wow. Mike, I know that in your position that it must be very gratifying to see the students so involved in campus life.
It really is. Dr. Marchant several years ago at a meeting, kind of in passing, said he'd like to see us have more organizations. So I kind of took that to heart and have created an environment in which new organizations can grow and flourish. In the last 3 or 4 years, we've tripled our number of clubs on campus, and each year somebody tries to come up with a new way of doing something, a new club. One of the neatest ones that had such a great success on our activity day was our Great Wall Society that has come out of our Confucius classroom. Okay. It's a neat way that our students kind of looked, what can we do to enhance what we're learning in the classroom?
Mike, you've been one of the veterans here on campus in terms of longevity. What makes Central Carolina so special?
What has always made it very special is the people. I always tell people that I don't work for the college, I work for the students. And I think each of us that have been here a long time view that as probably our primary thing. We work for the students. You know, graduation is very bittersweet. I love seeing the students be recognized for what they've done. At the same time, I hate seeing them go, because I've become a part of them and they become a part of me. And it is really a wonderful experience annually to go through that. And orientations kind of is that front end, the graduation is the back end.
Well, Mike, thank you for your service here at the college, and thanks for all you do. And I know that you welcome our viewers to come out to some athletic events here at the college.
Certainly. Our schedule is posted on our website.
Great. Well, thank you, Mike, and thank you, viewers, for being with us today on 4C Visions. We look forward to seeing you next time.